What is up? My name is Garrett Yilker on Twitter, YOGRTT. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Now in Rotation YouTube channel. Welcome back to a very special edition. No green screen this time. That's a fucking first. I feel like you haven't seen the actual behind me ever in my actual room. So, surprise, boys, there's a bed. Today, I hit 250 subscribers on this channel, so thank you so much. And at the very beginning of this year, I made a video that said, as soon as that happens, I would break down my collection of vinyls and kind of just break it down with you, what I've been collecting over the years. Hip-hop vinyl has been something that I've just kind of couldn't stay away from for some reason ever since I found that, got a record player. I feel like I've just been buying when I could, how I could. And it's kind of amassed into a cool little collection. I am kind of proud of it. I'm more excited for it to just continue to grow, but without further ado, let's just kind of get from the top of the pile to the bottom of the pile, and we'll see what's in the middle as well. Kanye West, College Dropout. I feel like this is as classic as it comes. Jesus Walks, New Workout Plan. Hella good cuts on this thing. A classic in my eyes. Try not to get the glare. Maybe I should do this. But yeah, this is not the craziest vinyl. One of my favorite things with vinyls are the arts that come with it. This one comes with a cool little like track listing. Nothing crazy though. Some cool pictures. But yeah, this thing is very cool to own. I think just one of those like OG classic albums from like the early 2000s that you kind of gotta pay respect and own. You know what I mean? If you're gonna start collecting some good rap musics. But yeah, College Dropout. Shout out to Kanye. Next up, this is in no particular order. This is just how it was stacked up. Lil Peep, Come Over When You're Sober, Part 1, Part 2. Lil Peep's passing in 2017 was tragic to say the effing least, but to kind of see that this album, meaning Part 2, comes over a year later after the tragedies and even the release of Part 1, it is cool to kind of have this all packaged one together. You got Part 1 and Part 2, even comes with beautiful art, as well as a letter from his mom that kind of explains the art. I guess a lot of these were drawings that Pete made as a kid, and she found them and kind of just amassed them into the collection for the actual vinyl release of Come Over When You're Sober, Part 1 and Part 2. It does actually come with like a pink vinyl, which I think is fucking fly as hell. It also has, with this sheet, it's like all his tattoos, just little art stuff that kind of amalgamates just the greatness that was Lil Peep. There's a lot of love in this one, and that's why it's one of my favorite like collection pieces as far as like putting together an album, providing the art, the atmosphere of the artist as well. And I don't know, it's even more beautiful just because of the fact that he's no longer with us. But there's like the letter from the mom. Fucking beautiful. And the album's really good too. Check out the review on the channel. Rest in peace, Peep. Next up, fucking classic. I don't think in my eyes there's few albums that are more classic than this one. Danny Brown's Triple X. This one's kind of, if I remember correctly, I was like all right with how it went down. Like, yeah, like if you're gonna have it open up like a book and it just opens up to some blank shit, like that is like my biggest pet peeve. This though, this is beautiful. Like this cover, just the white, the classic Triple X tabs on the tongue. OG as it comes. Listen to Danny Brown's Triple X. Can't recommend that one enough, but I don't think many people who have heard that album wouldn't recommend it enough. It's been out for like 9 years at this point. Kind of crazy. Schoolboy Q's Oxymoron. This album was one that I was looking more forward to than it actually like ended up being. I think I picked it up on sale on Amazon, and embarrassingly it's still in the wrapper, so I guess that's not really a good sign of how much I've been bumping Oxymoron as of late. But there are some really cool tracks, whether it's Collard Greens, Hoover Street, and then you just get into this, like, I will never forget like the way that he kills the end of this fucking album with a Hell of a Night, Break the Bank, and Man of the Year, and then His and Her Friend and Groove Line Part 2. All those, and Fuck LA is even fire too. Those three singles, whether it's Hell of a Night, Break the Bank, Man of the Year, those were like unstoppable singles. Like unstoppable. Like, going into this album, we were spoiled as fuck with great Schoolboy Q singles, whether it was, again, Collard Greens or the three that I just mentioned. And then Studio, you know, that was like kind of the breakout hit on this this project. That was on the radio a lot. So this is my newest edition. I think this one is yeah, so this one's still sealed. I got this for Christmas from my mom. Shout out to my mom, but she got me the Lil Pump mixtape. Classic. I think that it's not a classic, but in a world where I'm going to say that this is a classic, that's the world that we're living in. I saw this on urbanoutfitters.com and I was just like, are you fucking kidding me? You know what? We're going to open this up together right here, right now, because I got to see what's up with this. I think that the vinyl is colored. I think that's like one of the new trends. You see a lot of re-releases for vinyl and stuff with like different colored vinyls, like with different colored discs or whatever you want to call this. Ooh, this is like a fucking fluorescent ass pink vinyl. But yeah, Lil Pump coming on the scene, undeniably one of the biggest acts to come out in the past year, and this is the mixtape that kind of broke him onto the scene in a big ass way. And to not have a hard copy of this would be a crime, I think, if you are a rap fan. I think you are you're heavily mistaken if you're not supporting Mr. Pump on a jet ski in vinyl form. But yeah, Lil Pump, looking forward to Harvard Dropout. I think I'll probably have to cop that on vinyl as well, just to continue the Lil Pump discography collection going. One of my favorite albums ever, Atrocity Exhibition, Danny Brown. This thing's not only one of my favorite albums, just musically speaking, but when you also look at like the art that was provided with it, cool ass cover. And then you flip it over and you got this black and white like dystopian feel, kind of like digitized, like if Vaporwave was in black and white. I guess it's just like static, but you get what I'm trying to say. But the holders of each individual disc is some of my favorite fucking shit. Just cool shit, man. Danny Brown, Atrocity Exhibition, one of the most underrated albums in the past 5-6 years. It was criminally under-listened. And if you are not familiar with Mr. Danny Brown, you have two great albums to go check out. But I cannot recommend his discography enough. Next up, Mac Miller's Swimming. Rest in peace to Mac. 100% Grammy-nominated album. Tonight is the night of the Grammys, so I swear to God, if he does not pull the win, we will riot, boys. We will riot. And ladies, you can riot as well. I was kind of disappointed just because it is kind of just nothing special as far as like the art and stuff. And this thing was back-ordered like months and months on Amazon. And I thought it was because of his passing, maybe the label was putting together a bigger collection of something. But all that kind of comes with it is just a colorful track listing with like the lyrics on there, I think. Or no, it just says everybody who's worked on the songs, like in the recording sessions and whatnot. Fantastic album, masterpiece in my opinion. And again, I really hope it wins the Grammys. I just feel like knowing it's the last one, I wish that there was like a better collection, like something with a little bit more weight to it as far as like a collection of music. These are found on, I want to say it's called blackhouserecords.com or something. Anyways, they partnered with Awful Records and they basically did limited runs of like some of their artists. Awful Records has like Father on the line. They just got Big Baby Scumbag involved. But Slug Christ is someone who's fucking nuts. Really popping on the SoundCloud scene with that song Hair On. But his project titles are some of the fucking coolest, and I had to go out of my way to get every single project that he had to offer at the time on fucking vinyl. So we got Sometimes Even the Moonlight Hurts My Eyes, 808 Mafia, Young Sauce, Slug Christ. This one is God Is Under the Porch Where the Dog Died, personal favorite. And then this one is Judas Betrayal and the 3-Day Burial of the Salted Slug. Of a Salted Slug. It's one. Not the, but a Salted Slug. All these are fucking nutty. If you're not familiar with Slug Christ's music, do yourself a favor and fall down that rabbit hole. It's a heavy one. It's super heady, and you know it's not for fucking everybody. But if you're gonna tell me I can own those on hard copy and make sure that even if the apocalypse starts and Spotify goes down, I still can listen to all the Slug album. Nothing to be said. Michael Jackson's Thriller, shout out. Bronson and Harry Fraud, Saab Stories, fucking one of the coolest collaborations. Harry Fraud's production is not really carrying the weight into this like present day of like 2018 on. I don't think people are putting as much respect on his name as they probably should. Neither are they doing so to Action Bronson. His previous album didn't sell very much like at all. So I don't really know what their relationship is in 2019, but if we could get another one of these, that would be fantastic, and to have it on a hard copy is just wonderful. One of the coolest fucking covers. Like, it doesn't get much harder than this. Like, what the fuck, man? You can't argue. You can't argue with Action Bronson. Some real artistry. Eminem, the Eminem Show, got this for 99 cents at like Amoeba one time, so shout out to them. The Bubblemen are coming. Not really hip-hop, just shout out to that. Yay. Kanye West, yay. I still got my chroma key on. Are we? Yeah, we are. Kanye West, yay. I hate being bipolar, and it's awesome. Again, this was one of those things where I was like, yeah, let's go. Like, it's going to be fucking a cool-ass package, and it's just very basic. This was actually only $15 off of Kanye West's website, so, again, can't really, like, argue with that. Cheap-ass vinyl. I guess I'm not really expecting the best packaging with the most extravagant covers. Birds in the Trap sing McKnight. Travis Scott. This album was fine. I wanted it because I wanted to get Rodeo as well. Still haven't found Rodeo and like picked it up. Actually pulled the trigger on that one, but cool packaging, cool little backing with the eagle. I honestly really like that cover, to be real and frank. Like, it's a pretty badass cover. It could come across as corny, but for whatever reason, it just reminds me of Sephiroth from Final Fantasy. So shout out to that. And then Birds in the Trap sing McKnight. Cool. Like, fine. Like, at least do that. Like, if you're not going to have some crazy cool artwork for me to look at, like, at least just have something like that. Just present it in a way, and I'll be, like, more than stoked. Yoko Ono, John Legend, Double Fantasy. You can't argue with it. Gotta have it. Falls into that same category as Thriller. Doris. Earl Sweatshirt. This is one of my favorite albums just ever. The production is so grimy. This is like Earl Sweatshirt coming out of the hole and just showing up with a debut album that's here to melt your face, whether it's Chum or the countless other great tracks off of this. Doris, Earl Sweatshirt, Don't Sleep. One of the best albums from 2013. That's for damn sure. Put it on your mama. Final one, classic. Yeah, I don't think you can own rap vinyl without owning this one, and it is just Nas, Illmatic. Found this on Amazon. Stupid cheap. I think it always is pretty fucking cheap, so find this, buy it, listen to it, repeat. This is a fucking classic. Nothing more needs to be said. It's pretty much all the vinyl I own at the moment. There's some vinyls that's one's at an ex-girlfriend's house that I'll probably never see again. Shout out to Gold Links, and after that we didn't talk. And Kendrick Lamar, that's also at an ex-girlfriend's house. Good Kid, Mad City. Outkast, Stankonia, also at an ex-girlfriend's house. So, you know, just if you could walk away from this, just know that letting your ex-girlfriends borrow your stuff while they're your girlfriends currently is not a smart move, because they will not give it back, and then you won't have it for your video. That's the lesson here. Thank you so much, though. Seriously, again, all the support on this channel. You guys are making everything fucking work, making everything feel fucking great in my life, and this has just been the best outlet for me to just talk about what I love, and that is music. Thank you again. If this is the first video that you saw, this is not what I normally do on the channel. There's more reviews, reactions, etc. coming in the short weeks, days, hours, months, depending on when you are watching this. Thank you so much. Take care of yourselves, and that is all, folks.